Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video. My name is Tristan Rule from Make Your Own Rules, and today I'm going to show you how to sharpen your own knife with the Lansky Professional Sharpening Kit. This process is not as hard as you think, but it does require a bit of patience. So we'll walk through the steps together, and I'll show you a couple of tips and tricks along the way to get that perfect edge on your blade. Stay tuned. So, let's get started. Before we actually start sharpening, I want to go over a couple of things that you guys see laid out here on the table. First, we can go over the Lansky Kit. So I got this at my local archery store. I'm sure you can find it, a hardware store, anything like that in the area, whoever's selling that, or you can find it online, and I'll put the links down below for you guys later so you can check that out. This came in around $64.99, and it was well worth the money, so definitely think about getting that. Next up, we have the Lansky Universal Mount, which is right here, and I highly recommend using that. If you don't have a workbench at home or anything, I just took a piece of wood and just screwed it down to it, and it's much more helpful when you're trying to keep the clamp steady for when you're sharpening the knife. So let's go over a couple things that I've already sharpened. Right here is a Chicago cutlery knife that my fiance and I use for the kitchen. I sharpened this up and it's actually very excellent. So it has many applications. Next up is my Cold Steel Cold Steel SR1. This is the CPM S35VN steel version, and this is my everyday carry knife, and I absolutely love it. It was pretty sharp from the factory, but once I put it through a Lansky Kit, it's never got dull yet, and I've had it for well over a year. So up next, we have the Outdoor Edge gut hook and skinny knife. Got this at Walmart, 10, 12 bucks, not a big deal. I used this during hunting season last year with my when I got a doe, and this worked out perfectly. Next up, we got the East Wing hatchet. It's kind of difficult with the way that this hatchet is in the back, because it kind of has like the little bit of the hammerhead. So as you can see, it's very wide at the bottom, so that's kind of hard for the clamp. So I tried to sharpen it even without the clamp with the stones, but I wasn't very successful. Maybe I wasn't doing the right way. I'm not sure, but just figured I'd show you guys that. So put that back in its case. And the knife I'm actually going to be showing you guys today how to sharpen is Legendary Buck knives. This is the Buck 119 Special. I got this for hunting and bushcraft stuff last year. The factory edge is pretty good, but after a lot of work outside with it, it's starting to get a little dull, so we'll be sharpening this knife today. And next up, I also have work gloves and one of my anti-cut fishing gloves, which is very helpful because I actually cut my fingers a couple times without using those, and I learned my lesson the hard way, so we're going to be using one of these today. So let me get everything set up, and we'll get started in a minute. All right, so let's get started. Let's open up the kit here. We have the 120 grit coarse stone. We have the 280 medium grit stone, 600 grit fine stone, and 1000 grit ultra fine stone. And we have the serrated edge one for you know, people who have work knives, things like that. The nice serrated edge, I can take care of that as well. All right, let's open this up. Clamp on here. So actually what I did was, one of the little tricks is to put duct tape over the edges. So not only protects your knife from getting scratched, but it gives it a little bit more grip to hold it in place. And we have these little rods here, if I can get them out. They're going to be connected to each of the stones. So what you want to do is unscrew it right here, this little tab. I'm going to put it on the underside. And then you want to make sure that on the table it lays flat. So when you go to sharpen it, it's as flat as can be. Make sure it's straight on there. You should be all set with that. Start with that in a minute. So there's 4 different angles to this kit. You have the 30 degrees, which is what it says in the box. An outstanding angle for knives that see heavy use of cutting cardboard, wire, or carpets, recommended for heavy-duty use. You have the 25-degree angle, which is the recommended angle for most knives that need a durable, sharp edge, and it's ideal for hunting and outdoor knives, which is exactly the degrees we're going to be using today. The 20-degree angle is commonly used for higher quality blades, provides an excellent edge for kitchen cutlery and slicing knives. And the 17-degree angle is a severe angle recommended for fillet knives, razor blades, scalpels, or similar tools. Provides an extremely sharp but delicate edge. So put that there for now. Put that aside. And you want to bring a measuring tape because in the directions it says you want 5/8 of an inch from the edge of the blade sticking out to give it a good grip. So let's unscrew this here. The screw requires a Phillips edge. So we'll open that up a little bit. Just enough to get the knife edge in there, knife blade in there. You want to center it on the knife's blade. Tighten it up a little bit. Let's see. See if we can get it right. 5/8 of an inch. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, let's see. Push it a little more. See, right about there might be good. Yep, 5/8 right there. So hold the blade in place. Try to tighten it as much as possible. Let's line up the bottom. Right about there. Looks about right. All right. Tighten that a little bit. Okay. So now we got it set. So like I mentioned before, we're going to be using the 25-degree angle. Let me just double check. Yes, 25 degrees. All right, like I mentioned before, let's put our glove on so we don't cut our fingers. So to start, what you want to do is work from the left, and you want to push up and slide. Kind of like that. And you never want to drag it back to you. You always want to slide, forward stroke, lift up, forward stroke, lift up. But what we could do, another little trick, is you take a marker and you just line the edge of the blade with the marker so you can see where your stone is actually going to be sharpening the blade. Okay, now you can see the blue lining on the knife on the edge. So once that goes away and we're etching it away, you know that it's going to get the correct angle. Going to get a nice sharpened edge. So before we start, basically what we're going to be doing, be taking each stone, sharpening one side, taking it, flipping it over, sharpening the other side as well. So if we just do a little illustration real quick. Let's say this is the knife blade. Every time we're going to be sharpening one side, we're going to be pushing the burr off to this, little diagonal to it. So every time we use another stone and go higher in grit, we're going to be pushing the burr to each side, and it's making the burr smaller. So once we get to the fine edge, we're going to have a very small burr right here, and that's going to give the perfect edge and perfect sharpness that you want towards the end when we're all set. That's our goal. All right, so let's start this up. See how it goes. Put the rod in the 25-degree angle, and you're just going to let that guide you. So you want to put your thumb here and grab it. Clean this off a little bit. Now we can start. Now notice here, we're starting to lose the blue line right here, right towards the edge. That means we're starting to get the really nice angle, and it's just going to take quite a while to etch away the metal. And eventually that blue line will be gone, we'll get the perfect angle. You want to hold it, what I like to do is hold it between my middle finger and thumb and guide it with the index finger, and tuck back the other fingers just in case. You don't go too far, you don't catch in the fingertip. Alright, now that we've finished sharpening the knife, let's do a little cut test, shall we? Piece of paper. It's not bad. Take some paracord. Ooh, that's sharp. That's nice. Take a piece of rope. Very sharp. Or even say you need to make a feather stick or anything while you're in the woods. Oh yeah, that's nice. Not too bad. All right, nice and sharp. Thanks for joining me today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I did making it. The whole goal here is to teach you, the viewers, something new every day. See you in the next video. Take care.